The election is over, so now we know that the government is going to be continuing to pay your money to the mainstream press. If you want to have independent press analysis, please donate, because we need your money to stay on the air. Dean Baxendale, you've seen him here before. He is the president of Optimum Publishing. He knows all about the Chinese Communist Party. During the campaign, Dean, we heard about the influence of the Chinese Communist Party, the Chinese government, in individual ridings with individual candidates who were running for office. That's against the law. So with this new regime, do you think that matters are going to change, or is the Liberal Party too tied in with Chinese money?
Well, let me ask you a question. Are you surprised at all?
Because I've been around long enough, nothing surprises me.
See, here we had a Hogue Commission that supposedly was to get to the bottom of election interference.
Right.
We hardly really touched on the subject. Transnational repression, which ultimately is the control of the Chinese diaspora communities around the world, is taking place here in Canada. They want, if I'm Beijing, I want to have candidates that are close to the way I think. I want them to influence the government.
And be in the government, and be in the cabinet, as some were before.
Perhaps they were. But at the end of the day, they're playing statecraft. We're just not very good at challenging the individuals, challenging those governments, and to get these people out of our parliament.
Aside from a few MPs, aside from a few government contracts, I think that most Canadians would say, is it worth it? Should we be bothered by this?
But wasn't this the answer? The answer is absolutely we should be. Stephen, this election was about Canada. It was about Canadian values. It was about what we want to be as Canadians. And that includes all of our immigrants that have come to this country, all of the people, the Chinese diaspora community, the Indo-Canadian community, many others. These are the people that make up this nation now. We have a duty and an obligation to them in order to ensure that our government, our parliament, is running free from foreign influence.
Okay, so now you've broadened it when you say them, because there are people coming from other communities, other tribes who are playing the same politics that they left here in Canada. We see in the streets of our cities all the time.
Absolutely.
What should we do about that?
Listen, I think for a long time we can go back to the Sikhs situation on the separatist Khalistani issue and talk about the fact that the RCMP and CSIS has done nothing about that issue for 40 plus years.
But they know about it, and they've reported to their political bosses.
Correct.
The politicians have done nothing about it.
And isn't that the problem? We have CSIS being a political apparatus of the PMO.
And so, well, I mean, the PMO should be taking action, should have taken action. CSIS can't do anything to force the PMO to take action. All I can say is, here's the evidence.
Well, I guess if we took CSIS out and dismantled it totally, put it back into national security under the RCMP, we'd actually have some teeth to what the data points that CSIS collects, and then we could take action.
And I guess you're going to be publishing more books to make sure that the government takes action. I don't even have time to answer that, but I know you're nodding yes. Thank you very much. 3 minutes. To those of you who have subscribed and donated, a heartfelt thank you. You're keeping us on the air. If you're watching and you haven't, please try to do so, because 4 years ago we started this show because there needed to be independent analysis. Now more than ever, with the Online Harms Act, once that gets into law, it's been passed once by the House, there are going to be hundreds of bureaucrats censoring the news in Canada, censoring this show. We need to keep it on the air. Thanks for your support.